right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Thursday, everyone. Good to see you, everybody. Everyone ready to heard about the big news that happened yesterday? We're going to talk about it. I know we just kind of posted up. I'm going to write an article on it. We're going to post on CTU, so make sure you're getting it. But yeah, I guess I was right. Bitcoin did get approved for the ETF. So I'm actually going to be on NASDAQ next week. I'm going to be pretty excited, talking a lot about it. I mean, a lot of people were not talking too much about it, but the stocks did make a big move, crazy bunch of 48 hours. I mean, we saw the SEC got hacked on their Twitter account. But you know what? Buy on rumors, sell on news. I mean, you can see coin actually made a little bit of a move here. And when the news came out, that stock actually kind of tanked and went from like 147 all the way back to 160. But it's kind of hovering there right now. Now let's just see how the street reacts to it. You know, like now that it's going to actually be official, that it's going to be recognized as a security, and now the SEC is going to allow that. We'll see how these stocks kind of play out. So yeah, Bill, I know. Yeah, I know. We're all excited that Bill checked on, but I'm glad that he lost too, last game of the year. But that we'll talk about that in another time. But anyway, a lot of stocks are moving a little bit. You know, coin is moving. You're getting a little bit of a move also on Mara, making a little bit of move. You could see how that stock just literally came down. And that's normal. I mean, listen, we see stocks that beat earnings sometimes, and they come down and they ricochet right back up. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to trade on it. Obviously, stocks going to be on the watch list. Now, that news, let me explain to you what it's like. You know how we trade the Fed rate? And we're expecting the Fed to raise rates. We're not expecting it. They don't like no surprises. Well, this is like a Fed rate. You know what I mean? Now everybody knows the cat's out of the hat. Now they're sitting there scratching. Now, is that really good news? Now, what are we going to do? Are we going to jump in? Are we going to buy it? Are we going to sell it? That's what's going to end up happening right now that you're going to see with these stocks. And usually we always say, don't ever trade, the Fed rate, because when the Fed comes out, it's at 2:30 Eastern. Wait until like 3:30, because everybody's like, because all the analysts and all the traders are like, okay, what is that going to affect some of the stocks? They're on the phone with their analysts. What are we going to do? We're going to jump in? Are we going to do this? Or we're not going to do this? And they're like, I don't know. It's going to affect this. It's going to affect that. Do we have stock to buy? Should we start dumping? I wasn't expecting it. So that news is one thing, but things change right away, because a brokerage firm might have a game plan with how they want to react to this. The problem is they don't know how all the brokerage firms or the street are going to react to it. And that's what ends up happening. And that's how the market obviously is going to play out. So anyway, let's do some shopping. Before we do that, let's talk about what happened and what to expect. First of all, just to remind everybody, today's a very, very big day, okay? If you're watching the show, on the top left-hand corner, please make sure you take your phone, scan that QR code. If you want to join our trading room, we're going to be running here all day. And also, we're going to be broadcasting live. We got Traders Accounting. A lot of you people are asking accounting questions about how to trade. I don't care who's your accountant. I don't care what you think you know. Listen, this takes a very strategic way how to, run your finances when you're trading. So if you want to know a lot more about it, you do not want to miss this event. It's going to be at 11 o'clock. And then I will pick up and do at 12 o'clock and teach you how to trade the market. So if you want to learn how to trade today's markets and you want to know exactly how we trade level 3, level 4, you don't want to miss that. Okay, so please go out there, share us. And if you're watching it, we'll be recorded on all our social network channels. Now let's talk about what happened yesterday, because there were a couple of really cool stocks I want to talk about. And obviously, the big one right there was SANA, a little bit of a late bloomer, but you could see how the stock literally just came out right out of the open. Wasn't really on the watch list, but it kind of just showed up later, and then stock ran from like $5 all the way up to about $10.15, ran to about $9. That was a nice $4 move right there. Just absolutely fantastic. ROMA, another really nice move yesterday. I wasn't a big fan of the stock because it was an IPO. But it was a little bit harder to trade, but it did pick up after our 10:30 time zone, which, when it broke that resistance of that 260, and the thing just literally went to $5. What a great run up on Roma. So that one did. Oscar, OSCR, another great mover. Now, this stock just started right in the middle of the day, right around 12 o'clock, and it just obviously just pushed all the way up from $8 to $9.60. It wasn't a it wasn't a big mover as like the SNA, but you know what? It was consistent. It was slow. It was tradable. Remember, that's one of the big things we like to teach you here at Cyber Trade University. LUNR was another one that we had that moved pretty nicely yesterday, $2 to 340, and ELEV. All right, that one also a cheapie, was also been a pretty good swing trade. And one last one in the morning, we were talking about Tesla. And Tesla is obviously taking a big hit right now. But Tesla, if you remember, everybody in class, there is a humongous iceberg order at 230. Okay, you remember that number, 230. Now, if you're watching on social media, you got to remember we trade inexpensive stocks because a lot more control, but we do trade expensive stocks like this one. We've been trading NVIDIA also. But remember, you're dealing in a different league. It's more expensive. And just because they're expensive doesn't mean now you have to trade the options. You could trade. If you don't know how to trade, you should be trading a stock. You should be trading options, period. Okay. It comes down to that. But NVIDIA, Tesla was a really, really, is a really good example. If you missed that class, how we showed that big iceberg. I wonder if he's out there right now, actually. Let me go check. Let me just go check really quick. Because Tesla really kind of bounced at that support level right there. And I just have to fix the filters here. Let me see if he's still out there. He pulled his order. I think he pulled his order. He's not there. He's not there anymore. I'm just bringing up level NASDAQ Bookviewer. You see right here, he's not really there at that he pulled that order at 230. Let me see if he's over here. I mean, he's on level 4. You see here, he's out there for 23,000. He's still there at 23,000. He's obviously probably trading on like another exchange. Okay. But anyway, good number to kind of like good educational purposes. All right, let's go through the watch list now, right? Let's get ready. A couple of good stocks. Let's start off the biggest percentage gainers. Well, where we use our little crystal ball right there. And MLEC. Now this one, right? Let me change my screens over here so we can kind of make this a little bit more legible so I can share both at one time. Bring this over here. We'll bring this right here. There we go. All right. So we have this stock right here that's moving up a little bit. MLEC. Let's start off with that one. So MLEC, it's got good price levels. But there's a big iceberg order right here at 310. You could see them right there for 21. And let me bring it up over here so you can see on level 2. So you can see here on the level 2, but there's a big 20,000 share seller at 310, which is probably right around there. You can see it there. And that's that order right there at 310. So we can see that one. It's on a downtrend, which I don't like. I want stocks to have a little bit more push, but I like to trade 7.5 million shares. Remember, we need volume. Big mistake. People trading in the market say they don't know how to trade stocks that have volume, and then they get themselves in trouble. Level 4, I didn't see too much crazy on that. SPEC, this one looks really, really nice. Great move. It started around 8 o'clock, went from $2.20 all the way to $4. That was also another one that some of you were trading early in the cyber group trading room. Now this one, not too many iceberg orders out there. And when I looked at level 4, I was getting a couple of resistance levels at here 4. We get a couple of buyers here, but not a lot, about 7,000 at 320. But you can see it's kind of holding there at 325. So that kind of makes sense. But 8 million shares trade in pre-market. If it traded 8 million now, you know what's going to trade when the market opens up? I mean, remember, you need volume. No volume, you can't trade it. This one, good volume, but it's on a downtrend, very spotty. I found this one early this morning, SAI. Doesn't look like it's doing too much right now. Very slow moving stock. I might scratch that out. CAN is another one that I found. A couple of big orders out here at 235. Looks like it's trading a lot of volume. Yeah, you see it right there? 67,000 shares at 233, 16,000 at 230. We got a big 25,000, not as much as the other one, but at 260. So you can see you can see the resistance there, and you see why it's hitting support. So CAN looks like it's going to be a slow stock. nothing super exciting. You know what I mean? This one, big pop early, just came really, really big run. 1 million shares already traded. This one looks pretty interesting. I like when I see those big candlesticks like that. BKYI. What do we got there? Not too many orders out there, so probably going to scratch. Remember, no orders, we don't trade. All right, we got the Marrow. We're going to put that one on our watch list too. So Marrow's got some really good volume, good leaders, not too many big iceberg orders yet, but looks usually they usually come a little bit later. But Marrow's going to go back on the watch list. And also Coin. Because after everything happened with the ETF, we're going to put those on our watch lists. Remember, they had good moves yesterday, so it looks like they're holding pretty good. Coin's got a lot of resistance levels at 160. You know that we've been doing a swing trade on that one. We've been trading this thing all the way back since November when the rumors started coming out, and a lot of us, I think, here owning around the 80, 90-ish, okay? So really, really nice move on the Coin. But the Mara moved obviously a little bit better. You can see KN's in there, Tesla's in there, SAI. These are all the big volume leaders that we found. They're all in there. New York Stock Exchange, I didn't find anything. I looked earlier. I didn't see anything really good at over 10%. So not really a big fan of what happened over there. No good shorts. I didn't see any good losers, so we could short some stocks out there. No really good trends. Pretty sad. You don't want to be the stock that's in that big losers list, right? You don't want to be in there. But yeah, I mean, so we got about 5 stocks. Not really the greatest list, but you know what? We did find a lot of them, like the Santa, the Roma, the Oscar, like yesterday when the market opens up. So we'll work what we got. But I think the big one, obviously, this morning was which some of you guys caught early at 8 o'clock in the morning, whereas program trading was at SPEC. All right. Now, anything I'm missing, I did not call out. Anyone here on social media? Anyone here in the trading room? I think that pretty much does it. Now, don't forget today, okay? If you're watching on social media, if you want to join our trading room, take your phone, scan the top QR code on the top left-hand corner. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, ring the bell, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be back here at 11 o'clock. We're going to talk about taxes, okay? We got Traders Accounting, one of the most well-known tax companies for traders. They're going to come on. You do not want to miss that. You probably have a lot of questions to ask. And then we're going to follow up with me by teaching you how to trade, today's volatile markets. And we're going to talk a lot more about all this Bitcoin stuff that's going on, all right? And how it could affect you regarding about certain stocks, okay? Let's get ready for the market open up. Good luck. Happy trading, everyone. And we'll see you in about 15 minutes when the market opens up. So don't go anywhere.